Always keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences at this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So, Sagittarius, I feel that this month of April is very interesting, swinging between happiness and your shadow, happiness and your shadow, happiness and your shadow. And it feels like an ongoing love affair between the aspect of you that it's hopeful, that it's positive, that it's trusting of the divine, and another part of you that it's much more about ego, much more about fears, insecurities, temptations, the right motivations versus the wrong motivations to have something or to be with someone. So there's a very interesting understanding and development of the relationship you're having with yourself during this month of April, which could be a part as well of a powerful understanding of relationships in your life. I feel that there's a lot going on for Sagittarius, or about to be started and initiated during this month of April. A lot to happen in regards to love relationships, family relationships, friendships, and your availability to the world of relationships. I feel that there's a little bit of a tug war between you, your space, your freedom, your voice, your ideals, your independency, versus the space you hold in your life for love and for others. And there's a little bit of fear and insecurities. I just sense that being steered here, either because you're too much on one of the opposites, which is some of you are more on this individualistic type of life, type of outlook, where it's all about you. It's all about what you want. It's all about your desires. It's all about the way you want things to happen. So there may be a little bit of a lack of it's like a lack of sensitivity or allowance to let others be and to let others take you by the hand so you can dance together. Others of you, it's about allowing, this balance to happen between what you want, what you need, versus the space of this permissive side of you that allows others to also teach you something, to also tell you something, to also oppose some of your views without immediately dismissing them as not being a part of your perfect vision of the world. Some relationships are testing your vision of the world. Some of them are not as beautiful and as enchanting and as promising as you thought they were in your ideals, in your fantasy, but that doesn't mean they are not worth your while. Some Sagittarius are receiving reality checks during the month of April about their relationships, and the truth there exists there, either because they have been fantasizing too much about the perfect wife, the perfect husband, the perfect family, the perfect future, the perfect home, the perfect vision of paradise that maybe was a little bit unrealistic. I feel that some of you don't want to repeat situations of the past where there might have been disruptions in your family unit or in your marriages, and so you are avoiding commitment. Some of you. Others are avoiding the truth of your commitments about maybe things are not as healthy and perfect as they were, and there's a need to address the situation to know if this is an issue of fear, of allowing, for example, if this is happening in a love partnership, which it could be, if this is a fear of allowing the other to be as they are, if it's a matter of obsession or control, or a fear of them leaving you, so you either abuse or get abused in patterns of relationships that don't allow you to be free or to feel free, because there is this shadow being ignited between both of you, or between the way you yourself, communicate with your being about relationships. I feel that some of you have trust issues, or you're dealing with people that don't trust you. It could go both ways. Some of you could be, taking a stand in the month of April about things that need to change, things that are subjugating you to, or suffocating you, or keeping you from having this achievement in your life, the whole picture that you want to accomplish of success and welfare. I feel that some of you feel that relationship in the other way, in the other end. There are Sagittarius that have been in energies of codependency. And so for those, it's an issue of actually regaining your power and your independence of the self. And that is being specially, put into focus in the month of April. Are you being yourself in relationships, or are you submitting? Are you conveying? Are you obeying? Are you doing things and relating in ways that are, out of your truth, out of what you truly want, and out of what you truly are? Some Sagittarius are dealing with codependency. It could go both ways. It's not just about you being the dependent or the other one. I feel that are patterns of dependency that are being perpetrated for a long time. It's not necessarily something new. And you may receive a reality check during this month of there needs to be work on foundation, and there needs to be a change in the way the truth is being, in a certain way, there is a lack of truth in something Sagittarius have been building, and I feel is related with relationships. And so there is going to be possibly a shakeup or an awakening, a revelation suddenly that comes in and, puts you in this confrontation with the truth. Are you building a dream that it's an illusion? Are you pretending to be happy? Are you subjugated, or are you eluded by the fear of being subjugated or obligated to be in a situation where you don't want to be anymore? Because I feel that, again, there are two groups here. Some of you are afraid of relating, of giving of yourselves, and so you are attracting very powerful chemistry type of relationships. People that really have, this, that you cannot just shake off easily or get over easily, because they are like this, it's this gravitation, of getting to see your shadow through them, getting to understand your fears through them, and actually of giving of yourself. Some of you, it's about giving of yourselves, getting down of the high horse, or getting down of your own, superior complex. I feel that some of you feel that you are, I feel that some of you may be dealing with superior complex, where you are dismissing again the importance of relationships in your life. Others of you, it's about the truth that maybe you need to leave a relationship, or you need to cut the strings with relationships that long ago stopped being about love, stopped being about care, about that fulfilling, satisfying experience that you envisioned, that you dreamed of. Sometimes we need to accept that there's a period for dreams where they may come true and then they die, or they cease, and for so new ones can be born. And some relationships are fulfilling their karmic purpose right now in your life, and they are coming full circle. There are experiences that are coming full circle in your life about relationships, about old ways of relating, old ways of being, or old ways of thinking, of believing. There's a whole chapter ending in your life. So you can begin a new cycle where you are more matured and more, responsible for your happiness, for your truth in the world. Some of you need to avoid schemes. There's a little bit of a plotting, scheming, games, deceptive energy here. Some of you are dealing with deception, and you may get a hold of what that might be during the month of April. Some of you are dealing with cheating, affairs, the presence here of other people circling around your relationships. It could come from you or from your partner. It could come both ways, but this is for Sagittarius that are either blindfolded to the truth of their relationship, so they want to be in denial about the truth of certain relationships, or for Sagittarius that are well aware that the relationship is not going well, but they want to hold on to the perfect picture of happiness that initially they put into it. It's like, I feel that some of you are afraid to accept the reality of something that it's not going well, because you don't want to consider it, a failure. You don't want something to be a failure in your life. You don't want to believe that you have put so much work and effort into something and believe to now just end, or for now just to terminate this way. Some of you are dealing with conformity versus freedom versus truth. Some of you are torn. This is your challenge. So beyond just relationships is, where does your heart lie? Where is your heart? Because it seems that it's not your heart is not guiding you as the primal force in the month of April. It's more of your temptations, your ego, and your desires. And desires, they are powerful and a source of creation, but they can be as well deceptive when they are not in alignment. Everything needs to be working in alignment, so you can understand what you truly desire, and not what is a desire out of fear or out of unconscious strings pulling you to repeat patterns, to hurt others or to hurt yourself, or to make you go over the same situations all over again. Some Sagittarius, there are two groups here again, very strongly. Some of you are asked to build relationships, from the ground up. It's like, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, because relationships do require effort and time and tears and sweat and some part of our sanity, because it's a shared effort. It cannot just be about the other, just about you. It's a shared effort. So some of you are called to have that shared effort with relationships in your life. The majority is going to be love. Some of you it's family, and some of you it's, you know, your availability to love. Some of you need to get your hands again down and dirty and do the work. To not be afraid to do the work, to be truthful, to free yourself from outdated beliefs of what marriage or relationships should be, and actually build something that it's about the truth of your being and how you want to experience those relationships. Some of you need to free yourself from relationships that have served their purpose, that have been dragging you and dragging you and dragging you to a place of fear. And it's the release that it could just be about. It doesn't mean that relationships need to end. Attention, some of them will. Some of them will need to be, it's like their mission, their purpose, their karmic lesson is fulfilled. And it's about now allowing the strings to be, to be separate, your energies, your cord, this cord of energy to be severed. But not all of them will end. Some of them, it's actually about not being afraid to get a taste, of your fears, of your obsessions, of your desires, so you can actually understand the root of it. Some of you will need to go through obsessive patterns, unhealthy patterns, to understand the pattern. Some of you will need to give in to temptation to understand that there is something about it, that it's interfering, with this heart-to-heart level. It's like an equal share inter-exchange of love, care, and respect towards others. I feel that you shouldn't make, some Sagittarius shouldn't make hasty decisions. You need to really get deeper into your being to understand, where is the tower effect? Where is that tower effect going to interfere by the acceptance that possibly there's something about the way you have been dealing with relationships that are a little bit deceptive or self-deceptive. And some of you are about to learn to trust again, to put again your defense walls back to a place of receptivity to love, to trust. Some of you are regaining trust in relationships or needing to regain trust. It just depends on who you are. But aside of this, and for Sagittarius that feel they don't have much going on in love and relationships, it may be about the fact that some of you have been absent emotionally from living lives that are more truthful to your heart. Or some of you have been absent of being with family, of being with loved ones in this heart-to-heart level. Some of you have been too worried or too obsessed with other things that were taking your energy, that were taking your attention. Some of you were just in this workaholic type of mentality, work, worries, and you have been away. I feel that some of you have been away from, meaningful exchange of bonds and a simple I love you or I miss you type of dynamic here. A truthful, heartfelt expression of how you feel towards the ones that are meaningful to you. Some of you are going to turn around your focus towards work. self-development, realization, finances, obstacles. You're going to change your focus more to relationships as time unfolds. I do feel that are here Sagittarius that are going to build families, that are going to get married, that are going to find their other half, that are going to find what they have been looking for, and possibly for the first time being allowed to fully give in to the experience of love in a way that allows them as well to understand that they are love already. So they don't need to be afraid to lose anything, because this love that they have, it's never ceasing, it's always there. So I hope you have a great month of April. Thank you so much for all of you who have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, donating. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.